Oh, good morning, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer. Um, Here, coming to you again with another great experience. I welcome you and to the station. Today we are in a somewhat industrial area. We have a train and all sort of things going on in this area. So but today my first stop is community forklift, because I am exploring for a certain item as a gift, and certain gift for my family. And the only place you may be able to get those gifts these days is in these places. Maybe thrift store, they're called antique stores or thrift stores in America. So this is my first stop. I hope you're doing well, and wherever you are, it's good morning, good night, and good evening. But trust that life is treating you well. So Shippy the Explorer saying welcome back to life experience. As you can see, the train, the cargo train, is slowly pulling its way through this area. Oh, as I see, this place is it's actually closed, so I have to move to another area where I can explore, find my gift. Okay, come back to this one. Still hunting, folks, still exploring for a special item. Now in the Hyattsville area of Maryland, and it's filled with all these old antique shops. Well, shops, you have right here, you have a coffee house, you have an antique shop down the bottom, and I think there's an old post office right here. So Hyattsville is a town where they have all the courthouse further down the street. So it's actual town. So I'm just hoping that I can explore the Showy Hart Buildings collection, and see what I can find in there. So it's Shippy the Explorer is exploring, is shopping until you drop it. I tell you, today, folks. It seems like it's part of life where we just shop. We shop for food and artifacts and clothes and house and everything that we need in this world. We either shop for it or we barter. But in this great community, we better have the cash or the resources to purchase. So it's mainly mainly goods, and in exchange for goods you have to have the money. All right, so so hopefully when the store opens I'll see what is available. I'll show you a little bit around the neighborhood. This is the Route 1 corridor, and there are restaurants and antique stores and coffee shops. Now, also the things, folks, good. It's a pleasant morning. Temperature is well in its 50s and feeling great. Hope you too are feeling great. The place is called Cheeky's, so we'll see. I'll see if I can find what I want, folks. Okay. Good. I'm on in. Good. I'm exploring to see if I can get the presidential plate with a bomb on it.
I don't think we have any.
You don't? I'm featuring your store, but
well,
if you don't mind. This is Cheeky's, right?
This is actually 3 different businesses who share this space.
Yes.
So Cheeky's Vintage, this is Suffragette City Vintage, all the clothes and jewelry and accessories.
Yes.
And Cheeky's does all the home goods and furniture.
Okay.
And we're also a used bookstore called My Dead Aunt's Books.
All right.
But pretty much everything here is older than the Obama administration. So.
Oh, gee. So I'll just take a look around.
Yeah.
I'm also a GoPro, but I'm looking something to take to England.
Oh, cool.
So, but since you don't have that, I'll just look around if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, most of what's in this section is mid-century modern, so 1950s, 60s, a little bit into the 70s.
Wow.
Some older Art Deco pieces too.
They look brand new.
Well, they were made to last. There were a lot of things that mean I would not personally want to live in that time period.
Oh.
I doubt you would either, but they were pretty good at design.
Yes.
They had interior design down pretty much locked, yeah.
Wow. Wonderful.
Lots of other stuff to work on, though.
Well, I put an hour in the meter. Maybe I'll just look around.
Yeah. Just holler if you've got questions.
Yeah, if I see something, just in case, because I have some things I want to get rid of myself.
That is one way that we get things.
What do? They purchase from homes?
Flea markets, estate sales.
Yes.
Sometimes we do direct buying from people who are moving or who've inherited stuff.
Yes.
So it just depends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people do walk-ins occasionally.
Artwork and all that?
Some
Some
mostly
artwork.
vintage. We have a few things from local artists to
Yes.
some handmade home, like the tea towels, things like candles, a little bit of handmade jewelry.
Yes.
Just, basically everything's either vintage or handmade or a book.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And some are
Okay.
more than one of those things.
All right, I'll look around. Oh, folks, here we go. If it's commercial music, the the YouTubers that can't have more than 30
Oh, I'll
minutes
just leave
of,
it. I'll leave it
for a
until
few
you're done
minutes.
then.
Yes, thank you.
I have a Spotify playlist that just runs on shuffle all day.
They have the copyright thing, so
Then
I have
leave it
only
off so you
30
don't have to-
seconds. Yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Wow, buttons and oh my. Clothes and furniture. Wow. Books. So far, I don't see what I need, but I like vintage stuff, so I'm taking the time to look through. So, see what I can see. Books and tapes and records. Oh my. In my quest for finding the object, folks, it has taken me to Washington, D.C. There's the White House, the back part of the White House, and the Washington Monument, and that's the ellipse. So Shipping Explorer exploring today, and I've end up in Washington, D.C. That's over in the ellipse, folks. These are called the old gates. This is the heart of downtown, folks. The capital of the world. We're on the other side of the White House. Cannot see it that much. See what this guy has to offer. There's the headquarters for the Red Cross. Well, our exploration has taken us into the heart of Washington, D.C., folks. I'll quickly see what this salesperson has to offer. This is where all the activities, part of the activities of the world is planned. One second. Hi. A lot of times these stores, they sell these things. So they sell caps and plates. I'll look around meantime. I can ask a question in the meantime?
Huh?
I can ask you a question? I'm looking for the presidential plate with a... Yes. Nothing. I'm looking for Obama.
Only the t-shirt.
Only the t-shirt.
And with the purple head.
Oh. Shucks. Yeah, boy.
How much is that?
No plate. So nice. And the American Holocaust Museum, folks. So this is Shippy the Explorer, and you are exploring part of Washington, D.C. by default, because I'm exploring for something else, but I end up in the city. So I'm sharing some of these great areas with you. We're actually going south, and we're gonna be going over the Treasury Department.
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the I-395 south exit toward Richmond.
That's the Lincoln Memorial.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the I-395 south exit. Continue on I-395 south for 3/4 of a mile.
So take you around DC a little bit. So we're actually going over the 14th Street Bridge, famous bridge that some years ago, maybe 20 years ago, we had an airplane that crashed on this bridge, and landed in the water in the
In a
middle of
quarter mile, take the
winter.
exit toward George Washington Memorial Parkway.
So the airport is over here.
Take the exit toward George Washington Memorial Parkway, then keep right to continue on exit 10B.
Alright. So we're actually going to take you over to
Keep right to continue on exit 10B.
the airport,
In a
Washington
quarter
National
mile,
Airport.
continue straight onto George Washington
That's the
Memorial
Pentagon
Parkway.
over there.
Welcome to Virginia.
A good view back of Washington Monument.
Continue straight onto George Washington Memorial Parkway. Continue on George Washington Memorial Parkway for 3/4 of a mile.
So airport is, the towers are straight ahead of us. So
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the ramp to
we're
Reagan
gonna go
National
up
Airport.
and then come back and stop over this park where we can observe the airplanes.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the ramp to Reagan National Airport. Continue for 3/4 of a mile.
So this airport is very convenient for the senators and Congress people. We have the metro line comes straight to this airport, and it's easy for people who live in Washington D.C. to just fly out of Reagan. So we're just gonna drive right through and show you, and
In a quarter mile, continue straight onto West Entrance Road, Thomas Avenue.
so the airport is situated right in the middle of between Washington D.C. and
Continue straight
Virginia,
onto West Entrance Road,
folks.
Thomas Avenue, Then continue straight onto
So
Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport Access Road.
the metro is right there.
Continue straight onto Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport Access Road, Smith Boulevard, then you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.
Here the sign says Reagan, Ronald Reagan. Recently I've extended the airport, so the extension has gone further north, so it's quite a large airport now. So if you're coming to Washington D.C., you can fly into Reagan. It's basically an international airport, and it's a good one. You can see it's almost just after midday. I think it's a busy time of the day. There you go, American Airlines. Airport exit, stay to the left so I can get back out. And over here is Virginia, Roslyn. So we're gonna say welcome to Virginia at this point, and then a few more, maybe another quarter mile up the road, it's Washington D.C. So it's a very unusual. You can see the airport is situated right in the middle of smack of things. Here's the monument and the old post office that Trump used to own. Call this Gravely Point, folks, where we can stop. It's a park where I can go over and park my vehicle and allow you to see more of Washington D.C. from this vantage point. So, as I said, by default, you are traveling with me today, folks. Exploring Washington, D.C. Now, this is a spot where if you come into town, if your family is picking you up from the airport, you can stop at this park, Gravely Point, and wait until your family's plane arrive. And here you are, the airport is right there. Today, because the wind is blowing north, you'll find that most of the planes are coming from the north. So I'm gonna show you. This is Roslyn, the airport, the Potomac River, Washington, D.C., so we'll stay here for a few minutes to show you how the planes take off and land. Welcome to Washington, D.C., folks. Now, Reagan National Airport is talked of being the most difficult, one of the most difficult airports to land and take off, because when the planes come up through this from the airport, they have to avoid the White House, which is over on our right, and the Capitol, all the government buildings. So the pilots who fly out of Washington, D.C., they have to be very skillful. And if you look, you see this plane is tilting to the left. So the wings are tilting away from the White House. And it's coming in. Oops. There it goes. It's landed. And that happens all day. So if you live in this area and you're retired, or you don't want, or you have a day off, you can get some snacks or some food, and you can come to Gravely Point and sit down and just observe the planes taking off and landing. There you go, there's one taking off. So it has to take off in the wind, because the wind is, as I said, is blowing north. Way over there is called Ains Point, is a park that runs parallel to the Potomac River, and it's a lovely park. You can also come and spend some time. So we're gonna observe a couple more planes coming in. And you can see this one is tilting away from the White House. It's tilting away from the White House. So they have to curve around. Folks, you have to be very skillful. There we go, folks. There she comes. So it's almost noon, and you'll notice that every 2 minutes or so a plane tends to land and one take off. So I think between 12 and 2 is one of the most busiest time for the airport. Now if you look across there, it's the one of the military monuments over by the Pentagon. It looks like flying wings, like 3 or 4 planes taking off. And see this plane now, it curves into the river. And then it starts to tilt away from, as I said, from the White House. And then it comes through. And it's gonna beautiful. So those are skillful pilots, man. Now I'm gonna show you straight ahead is the far end is the tower for the Capitol. That's not the White House, but the Capitol. And here we go, we can get a better angle of these planes now. It curves and then it lines up. Here she goes, and then she's going to land, and as soon as the wheel is touched down, she draws the brake. I know this is Shippy the Explorer exploring aviation. A month ago I spoke about the world's oldest operating airport, which is in College Park, and those have little Cessna and all that, one single engine planes that used to fly from 1900 or 1903, 1912 up to 1912. And here we are, we have the privilege, the Washington metropolitan area is gifted with 3 airports. National, Reagan National, this one, Dulles Airport over in Virginia, and Baltimore BWI. And they're all busy, folks. A lot of people coming into Washington from all over the world, from all over the country, from all over the world. And I know by showing you this, I think you're getting excited. There's an element of excitement because you feel like you want to fly either in and out of Washington. So when you come to Washington, you see the tower. That's the Washington Monument, and it's all it is blocks, granite blocks that sits on top of each other with a little mortar. No steel work in this, folks. And the airplane as it's tilt away from the White House, tilt away from the monument, and then it lines up. Lines up with the runway. And there she goes. There we go, when the smoke comes up, she's landing. Every 2 or 3 minutes, another plane comes in. So even on a cloudy day, not too cold, but cool and windy, you can probably hear the wind in the mic. Shippy the Explorer here in Washington, D.C., well, a lot of people call it the capital center of the world, and where all the big decisions take place, folks. You know, at the White House, at the Capitol. It's CAP Capitol, TOL. That's the name of the building, and it's different from Capital, which is the capital. Washington, D.C. is the capital of United States. Here she lines up, and now she's quite square. Beautiful. And when one is going down, one is just taking off. You would be asking yourself, how come so many people flying out in and out of Washington? But there's a lot of business, there's a lot of conferences that takes place in this region, you know, and we have an international contingency where people come in, as I said, from all over the world to meet, to take care of political and business ventures. So even if the family taking a stroll around, you can bring the kids down and you enjoy time away from home, especially in a day like this where it's cool. And there she lines up. I'll line you up again. And again, one is landing and one is taking off. It's amazing. Wow. It's a little bit windy today. So basically, folks, you never know what's going to happen in a day-to-day effort. I left the house this morning in search of an item, and that search has taken me through parts of Washington, to parts of Maryland, and now I'm in Washington, D.C., where I'm able to share with you the beauty of Washington. You look over, you can see the Lincoln, not the Lincoln Memorial, but you can get a side view. Oh, go ahead. Okay. And these are Canadian geese. They're quite big. There you go. Probably 14 pounds, folks. she's looking at me like, okay, all right, Okay, I'm not troubling you. All right. You okay? Oh. She thought I was... He or she thought I was disturbing her. So... There you go, folks. This is the Potomac River. There's a side view of another plane coming in every 2 minutes. American Airlines. When they thought of years ago, when they thought of establishing the capital city of the country, the forefathers, they did not want they didn't want to say in Philadelphia, and I think that if memory is correct, they thought about New York also, but then when they thought about in Washington, they did not place the city at the bottom of the Potomac River, further down in Virginia, but they brought it up river, where I think it was more or less for protection, because if your city is at the beginning of the end of the river, where the ships, your enemies, can come to the just on the shore and attack you, then that's not protective. So moving it up inland gives you a greater advantage, where you really have to come upriver to attack. And here we are. This is Southwest. Even at that speed, folks, I think those planes are going at 180 miles an hour. 180 miles an hour. So I think Washington has never been attacked since 1812, the 1812 war. So having the city at this spot has been very good, as you would have to come up the river by boat or by ship and really do damage. So those are the towers. Beautiful place to picnic. Even the small plane, here's a small plane that is coming in, and you can see he's a little bit off, but as soon as he touches the river edge, he curves back out. Now he's correcting himself to make sure he lands. Seems like a private plane. Wow. One day when you get rich, you become billionaire or a millionaire, you'll be able to maybe own one of those small planes. You can fly all over the world, folks. I tell you, I imagine that's a great thing to do, to experience. So that's that's the exploration in active moment, folks. Shippy the Explorer, taking part of the experience of Washington, D.C. and to show you, you know. Hope you're enjoying it. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe so that whenever other videos are released, you're the first to be notified. Like, share, and subscribe. I will make more effort to bring you back to Washington, D.C. so that you can experience more of this. Because it's especially when it gets warmer. I'm gonna do one more. Here's another plane coming in. And she's lined up. American Airlines, folks, one of the largest commercial aviation company in the world. American Airlines. So you might be able to see some of the excitement on my face. So as we go along in life, at bringing some of the excitement to you. Okay, folks, we have families, we have people with pets. The only thing that is missing over here is maybe some food trucks where you could probably get. There you go. Here's the airport again. I can't get enough of this thing, folks. I hope you're enjoying it too, because even if I want to leave, I am tempted to stay longer, where I can just watch these pilots skillfully bring in their airship into base. Look at that. Wonderful. Shippy the Explorer. Hopefully giving you a touch of excitement today, folks. So as we leave the airport area, Reagan Airport, we're heading back to Washington, D.C. So as I said, the airport is in the heart of things. Behind me is Virginia. To the left of me is Virginia. In front of me is Washington, D.C. And also in front of me, further up, is Maryland. So it's an interesting, very interesting part of part of the country. You look over, you see the monument, the Washington Monument, and one of the presidential towers. And we're crossing over the Potomac River again. Hopefully you're feeling like you have been to Washington for a little few minutes, and there you are. It's Capitol. The Capitol. The main building is spelled C-A-P-I-T-O-L, and it sits on Capitol Hill. And we have a boat and fishing town, folks, and all the lovely government building, business and government building, and even residential homes. Washington has improved quite a bit from we have been here, folks. It has improved a lot. They've put in better roads. So I'm trying to take you 295. That's what it'll take me into Maryland. Years ago, all these buildings to the right didn't exist. They're all new. So if you're traveling the world, and you're welcome to come to Washington, D.C. And it's a little bit expensive, but once you get a hotel in within a mile or in the city, you can just walk into town and enjoy all the museum. Dozens of museums. Smithsonian. You have theaters, museum, stores, restaurants. I tell you, Washington, you need to just study it a little bit, because Washington has basically 4 quadrants: north, east, northwest, south, east, and southwest. And the Capitol building, Capitol, C-A-P-A-T-O-L, which is the seat of government, sits right in the middle of town. And middle of town, we're on the street called North Capitol. So that's what it is, folks. And then lots of historical things to see. Over it face me is the hill where Frederick Douglass, famous slave who freed himself, run away from slavery and became one of the greatest orators and defenders of freedom, defender of freedom in this country. Frederick Douglass' home is over in that northwest quadrant. We have just crossed the Anacostia River. So the Anacostia River with the boatyard runs further down and then joins the Potomac River. So seem to be a bit of backup. So if you can come into town and then walk around, it's better, because a lot of times you have traffic jam, a traffic backup. But this is Shippy the Explorer saying, I encourage you to come to Washington, D.C. Come and visit. And if you're here and I'm in town, especially GoPros, I certainly can maybe entertain you for some time. So like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now. Well, this excitement, folks, will always bring on hunger. So this is Shippy the Explorer getting hungry, so I just say might as well I stop for a meal. So alright, good, alright, good. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi.
Can I have a shrimp fried rice? I'm taping myself.
Okay, do you want small or large?
How large is large? That's a large? Yes.
Large, small.
Large. A good one. So we always...
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. 1161.
Oh, good. It's Jerry's.
So do I have that?
There we go. And I give you.
No camera.
No camera.
No camera.
Not even on the menu?
You can film yourself, but not me.
Not on the menu?
Huh?
I can't show the... Can't show the family what...
Yeah, you can show the menu, but don't show me.
That's the carry out. Don't do it here. You go outside.
Right. That's how you treat your customers. They've been shopping here for 30 years. All right. Yes, so despite what you hear inside there, we're back in Maryland, and I think this is the Brentwood area, but so the story today, folks, is Shippy is saying that Shippy the Explorer is saying that you can never know what experience you're gonna have from day to day, because you can leave your house and in an intention to shop or just to go to the doctor, fill an appointment, and you end up doing other things. This morning I started out shopping, and as you see, I end up bringing you a touch of Washington, D.C., and now we're back in Maryland. So we'll end the video here, folks, and saying that as you get another taste of the local food, I always say you can only imagine that you're tasting the food. So Shippy leaving for now, saying bye for now. If you like what you see or hear, like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.